Okay guys, and welcome back to the STPL. My name is kimquex, and joining me over there is Rapid, all the way from South Korea.
That's me. Welcome, everybody. I am representing your home native land here as much as I can, Kix, but of course also have the South Korean representation. And there's a new flag that'll be here in 2 days. It would be here already if it weren't Korean Thanksgiving or Chuseok. It's like the fall harvest festival, if you want to think about it. There's cornucopias everywhere and all of the yakgwa you could ever want to eat. So while all of the South Korean kids are tucked in their families' beds back at home, not doing anything fun, we get a chance to all join together and enjoy the beauty that is StarCraft and the STPL coming back for round 3.
Yep, so let's have a quick look, just in case you weren't here for match 1. At the maps, we're going to have set 1 on Neo Ground Zero, set 2 on Plasma, set 3 on Coliseum 2, set 4 on Benzene, and the ace match, if we get there, which we did just do in the previous series, will be on Icarus.
Okay, so we're still starting out basically the same way as we did in in our first series, but it does change every week, so there's a little bit of variety there.
Yeah, and just to quickly introduce the teams in Group B, and then I'll introduce the teams for today. Group B consists this round of Psystorm.eu, IRK, DM, Valhalla, Soul Gaming, Red, NetWars, and Clan Revolution. And today we do have bwL, which is Brood War Life, against NetWars.
Yeah, so Brood War Life versus NetWars should be pretty cool. I would say that anybody taking games off NetWars at this point is just maybe more than you can ask. These guys are gods of the game. Not only do they have Yeti, who's just killing everybody in his tracks, but they also have like Koga, DeWalt. Like, what more do you need to make just the sickest, most stacked roster?
They've not got DeWalt, but they do have Bonyth, which is...
Sorry, I mix them up all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they are both insane players, but Yeti, Koga in the top 10, Radley was in the top 10 for a very long period as well, just falling off with Tech winning his latest game. But just have a look at the matches we're going to see today. It's going to TVP between kimquex and Bonyth, a PBT between Kingdom and Koga, a PBZ between Castle and Kingpin, and a ZVP between Herbmon and Yeti. And now just to introduce our first two players, we're going to have kimquex here in the new blue shirt, because the green shirt they had before was being cut out by my OBS and my chroma key. And NetWars Bonyth. Now Bonyth, of course, one of the strongest foreign players of the last 3-4 years. Has taken a little bit of a break to play Heroes of Might and Magic, but he's back again, and he is back for good, I believe, and he has put in a lot of practice recently.
Yeah, I hope so. I never take it for granted, Kix. Every moment that we have with this treasure of the foreign Brood War community is better than the last. So I certainly hope that he sticks around here. One of my favorite players to watch just ever. So very, very happy that he has decided to come back. He's doing pretty well. He played some good games in Have At You over the weekend, but he had a really hard first round matchup against bwL, the guy that went on to win the tournament. So,
yeah,
it's a little bit rough to start that way, but I can't wait to see how he does here against kimquex.
Yeah, no, they're going to be moving on to Neo Ground Zero to start us off in the show match series. This was the ace match, so we only saw one game on it. But map from the 2012 TVing OSL, kind of hard to take third gases, does require you to split the map. If you really want to get those extra gas space, you can of course push into the middle, but that leaves you very open to counterattacks. It's going to be a TVP here. The first we'll see, it's going to be kimquex versus Bonyth. And let's head into game 1 of the second match here of day 1 of the STPL round 3. It's it's NetWars versus bwL. And starting us here in the top left-hand position, we do have in the blue fighting for bwL. It's going to be kimquex.
Yeah, and his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner is Bonyth, of course, playing Protoss in the orange.
Now, one question to answer to Yaj, who I believe is the DM Yaj. So he's asking when DM will be playing bwL. As long as you're in the right group, you can check on the Team Liquid thread for all the fixtures and fittings for round 3. It's got all of the player rosters and everything like that. And it's got all the future matches, so you can have a look at when your team is going to play whoever. And if there's a team you want to follow, you can have a look at their path through the tournament and maybe try and predict how your team is going to do.
I would say probably hold off on your predictions, other than, what is it, red, white, and Net Wars killing everybody. It's hard to, totally predict what's going to happen. Each season or each round of STPL has been way different than the last. So if you can predict it, then, good for you. But it gets a little bit crazy towards the middle.
It does, and I mean, the crazy thing about STPL, for me at least, is I've seen so many teams grow, so many teams really sort of surprise me as well, a lot of newer teams, a lot of older teams as well. I mean, IRK been around since vanilla, obviously teams like DM have been around for quite a bit as well. Net Wars, a huge community, they've been around for absolutely forever. I can't even remember a time when Net Wars didn't exist, so kind of crazy to see all of them here. They've all been improving throughout the SCPL as well, and it's going to be Bonyth, one of the newer really popular players, I'd say, going to be looking to make an impression here in round 3 for his team.
Certainly is. So let's see. We already have the SCV coming out on the map. It's scouting after depots, so very, very, not very, very quick scout, but he does want to get the information down. And so I'm watching the gas count climb up here. You think we're going to see another proxy factory here?
I mean, possibly, but it looks like he is just going to go into scout. I mean, Bonyth, a very, very aggressive player early on, especially against players that he thinks is a little bit better than, which, to be honest, when you're someone like Bonyth, any foreign player, you can kind of sort of say, well, I'm going to be better than them. But obviously that arrogance can cause some problems sometimes. Bonyth, a very nice guy as well, so maybe we're not going to see that from him. But kimquex wants to make sure of exactly what's going on so he can maybe react in a different way. He's pulled the guys off of gas, so it's not going to be a 2-fact here. Just going to be a standard 1-factory play behind a barracks.
I got my hopes up there for a second. I saw the resources, I saw the SCV out on the map. I'm just like, no, pull it back. You don't need to reveal your scout. Just run away. Build the proxy. But, I can't influence these people from beyond the grave. So it's no proxies. We did get the 1 proxy in the last series. I was happy about that one. But this is just going to be continually pumping Marines. The machine shop added on, but only 1 factory for now.
Yeah, there's one benefit that Bonyth did miss out on as well. He didn't go for a probe scout early on. So he built that early zealot to try and go and do some damage, but scouted in the wrong direction. And Bonyth is finally going to find the base, but not with the zealot. He's going to do it with the dragoon, and by this point there's already 4 marines at the ramp, a 5th one on the way, and the tank on the way as well.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a little bit too slow. So yeah, he does get the scouting information, but I don't know if he's going to have what he needs to bulldoze up here. I mean, this is almost that 6th Marines that we saw in the very strong rush that we had in the last series. So this is going to be a pretty strong, holdable position. He's getting the Nexus back up at home, and there is just now the command center starting for kimquex, but with the tank coming out, I mean, there's basically no way you bust this.
Yeah, I mean, the one weird thing that kimquex did is he didn't put his guys back in gas quick enough, so his siege mode very heavily delayed. He's not actually going to a vulture either, so it's not going to be FD push either behind this, no mines to help that. But he is going to be able to push out with his marines. Good pullback on his front marine, but this zealot going to work as the marines do for the dragoons. Does go down eventually, but these dragoons have taken out a lot of the vegetables from this dish. The tanks obviously being the meat.
Yeah, that's definitely true. This is not a good spot to be in. No missed chances. The tank does not get up the high ground quickly enough. And while, yes, there is another one, there's a third Dragoon on the way and no bunker. So this is, I guess an okay spot to be. But, I mean, all you need is 3 Dragoons sitting on top of a tank, and that's going to be enough to take it out.
Yeah, and losing that early tank sets Terran so far behind.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I
really
mean,
hard to explain just how bad you must feel, like bad you feel when that happens. Because
yeah,
that tank
minutes
count,
slower.
that tank count needs to slowly rise. And I mean, he still doesn't actually hit. I think Siege Mode just finished. But he's going to be pushing down the ramp again with just 2 tanks and 2 Marines. I mean, he does manage to
Ooh.
pick off the Dragoon he hurt earlier. So that's a good pick off, but he still needs to be careful. He can't afford to lose any more units.
Yeah, if he had, if Bonyth had kept that third Dragoon alive, maybe there's some micro you can do and pick off a tank. Things get wacky. You never know what to expect. But in the end, the hold is good, and sure, losing those early tanks is rough. But
Wow, he doesn't have
uh,
Siege Mode.
yeah, no, he actually never got that. He's just now like halfway done. But Bonyth is not playing this aggressively, right? I agree with what you said earlier. Bonyth is traditionally an aggressive player. He was actually the only player really, to be able to bust through bwL's wall and have at you and like to do that early damage. But finally, it seems like kimquex is willing to push out, but I don't know if he's got enough to quite do this.
Yeah, he's going to be up against 2 gateways worth of production. Robotic support may coming in at the front as well. Trademark Reaver coming in by Bonyth. And the Reaver's going to be enough eventually to hold on to this. But I mean, even just the Dragoons. This is 6 Dragoons against 3 tanks. The tank is sieged in the worst possible position without mines. The late upgrades really killing kimquex now. This is 6 Dragoons still. No, 7 Dragoons even. I can't count. The math is not my strong point today, but this is all of the tanks that kimquex has. And this counterattack could win the game.
I think
yes,
that's
it
it.
does.
Damn. Realistically, that wasn't even Bonyth being aggressive. He had a base up. He had a support bay up. He's getting, shuttle speed. Things were going to get massively worse if the game went on any longer. But wow, Bonyth's really good. And kimquex, like you said, losing those early tanks really shut him down.
Yeah, and I mean, the people often say that a good offense is a good defense, and that's exactly what Bonyth showed there. He didn't even have to really go on the aggressive too much. He just let kimquex kill himself. As sad as that sounds. But that's going to take us in to our next game, when we'll be back just after this.